feel free to find a comfy spot on your mat, ideally with your hips above your knees on a block, bolster, blanket. And welcome to Monday morning Rise and Shine Yoga in honor of our friend Nicole. And this morning, just take a moment to land and settle wherever you are. After perhaps a noisy, busy day yesterday, or perhaps not the day you had hoped for the 4th of July, I find often the day after holidays, they may not be how we expect them to be, and we may not feel as good as we thought. Or even today, for many, it's a holiday or a 3-day weekend. And just allowing yourself to feel however you feel on this day. And finding joy and good feeling in whatever might be there, even if it looks different than you thought it would or should. Even if you're tired after being up all night with the fireworks or dogs disliking fireworks. Can you just be with whatever is this morning, exactly as it is, letting go of your expectations. And just accepting and allowing who you are, your humanity, in how your body might feel, your heart might feel, your mind might feel, or your spirit. Taking a deep inhale through your nose and an exhale through your mouth. Close your eyes if that works for you and feels comfortable. And if not, just a light loose gaze on the floor in front of you. Take in another long, deep inhale through your nose. Send the breath to every nook and cranny. Let it seep in and heal and nourish. And exhale easily, just let it all out slowly. And take a pause here. Be present and just notice how you feel even after those 2 breaths. Do you have any tingling, any shifting? Notice your sit bones and ground them deep into the earth below. Draw the earth's energy up through your sit bones, up through your spine. Stack each vertebrae atop, one atop the next, atop the next. Stretch your neck long towards the sky. Crown of the head reaches tall, and drop your shoulders with intention. Notice the shoulders drop. Notice what else needs to drop or let go in order to drop your shoulders. Take in another deep breath through your nose and an exhale through your mouth. And sit for just a moment. Notice how you feel. Notice any spin in your mind, pressure in your throat or your chest or your belly, and just offer it compassion, wherever it might be. Bring your left hand to your heart. Press the heel of your hand gently into that heart space and place your right hand atop. Notice how your heart space feels. Send some love and compassion into that space, kindness, acceptance for whatever is in this moment. Focus on the breath for 3 breaths, however feels good to you to do them. Bring your hands to heart center. Press your palms together. Touch each finger pad with a purpose. Notice the skin to skin contact. Rub the palms together. Press your thumbs into your sternum and take a moment to think of your intention for today. Given how you feel right now, how would you like today to feel? How could you choose to show up for this day, as foggy and wet as it is out here in the outer sunset in San Francisco, or perhaps hot and steamy and sunny somewhere else, with your life exactly as it is today, with the world exactly as it is today? How do you choose to show up for whatever comes next, here in yoga on the mat, or beyond the mat, for the rest of today and the rest of the week? Take a moment to choose your intention, your wish, your aspiration, your light post or guide. Take in one more long, deep inhale. And exhale, let everything go. Lower your hands to your thighs and slowly open your eyes and let the light in. Take a moment to adjust. Take a moment to settle. Notice throughout class today, what if you take a moment and just notice where you are and settle and accept and allow whatever's going on, and then move on with choice. Round your sit bones into the earth beneath you. Inhale, reach both arms out and up towards the sky. Take your right thumb and middle finger, grasp your left wrist, tip towards the right, ground your left hip into the earth or the block or the bolster or the blanket, and just tug the left wrist gently towards the right. Stretch the left side body gently. Breathe into it. And exhale, tug a little more towards the right. Let it go. Another inhale. And exhale, come back to center. Switch the clasp of your hands. Inhale, grab the right wrist. Exhale, tug towards the left. Gently stretch the whole right side body. Ground that right hip into the earth. Deep breath into the whole right side body. And exhale, let it go. One more inhale, lengthen that whole right side body. Tug the right wrist towards the left. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, release the clasp of your hands. Reach both fingers towards the sky. Stretch along both side bodies. Exhale, drop your shoulders with intention. Inhale, reach those fingertips long, long, long towards the sky. Exhale, drop your shoulders. Open your arms out towards the sides. Engage every small muscle. Press your palms into the side walls. Pinch your scapula together. And exhale, release. Wrap your arms together in front. Right arm under the left, right elbow under the left. Come into eagle arms. Elbows to shoulder height. Take in an inhale. Lift your elbows up an inch. Exhale, lower to shoulder height. Breathe into the scapula. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Once again, inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower, round your head and neck. Drop your head into the cradle of your arms. Enjoy the stretch in the back body. Let it go. 2 breaths here. Enjoy all of the stretch. Breathe into it. One more. Letting go of any resistance, any tension. Inhale, come back up, right, crown of the head reaches towards the sky. Exhale, untangle your arms, stretch them out towards the side walls once again. Pinch the scapula together, release. Wrap your arms in the opposite direction, left elbow under right, palms together or thumbs together, whatever works for you. Raise elbows to shoulder height. Inhale, lift up an inch. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up an inch. Exhale, lower to shoulder height. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round your head and neck. Allow your head to fall into the cradle of your arms. Roll forward. Breathe into the spot between the scapula. 3 breaths here. Nourishing any kinks or tightness. One more breath. Exhale, let it go. Slowly rise back upright, crown of the head reaches towards the sky, elbows back to shoulder height. Untangle your arms, stretch them towards the side wall. Lower them behind you, clasp your hands at your sacrum. Extend your fists, straight your elbows, shoulders down and back, crown of the head reaches forward, chest puffs forward. Take in a deep inhale into that chest space. And exhale, let it go. Another deep inhale. And exhale, reach your fingers towards the floor. Gently release the clasp of your hands. Take out whatever is underneath you. Move it out of the way. Stretch your legs long in front. Come into Tadasana. Move the flesh of your seat out of the way. Rock side to side on your sit bones. Ground them into the earth. Tilt your pelvis forward. Grow your spine long and tall. Knees can be bent if they're tight early in the morning, whatever feels good to you. Flex your ankles and flex your toes towards your nose to engage all the muscles in your legs. Engage your belly, focus on your core. Inhale, both arms up towards the sky, palms face one another. Exhale, fold forward gently into an easy forward fold. Release your head and neck towards your shins and just notice all the sensations to start. Breathe into the back body. One more deep breath here. Notice things wake up as you do this. You can press your knees towards the earth if it feels good to you. One more deep inhale. And exhale. Walk your hands up your shins to your knees, to your thighs. Place them behind you, fingertips tense. Press your fingers into the earth, straighten your knees, raise your heels off the floor, come into Tadasana or staff pose. Everything engaged, breathe into the chest space, into that pocket behind the heart. And exhale, let it go. One more inhale here. And an exhale. Release everything. Bend your right knee, bring that right foot in towards you. Grab your shin, pick your right leg up, pick it up, put it on the outside of the left knee. We're going to come into a twist here. Rock your sit bones, move the flesh of your seat once again. Hug that knee in towards you. Take your left hand, wrap it around the right knee. Gently release the right hand, tent it behind you, twist towards the right. Inhale, lengthen the spine, tall, tall, tall. And exhale, bring it out. Inhale, lengthen, reach tall. Exhale, let it go. One more inhale here. Exhale, release. Twist back to center. Reorganize yourself. Twist gently to the left. Come back to center. Pick up that right shin. Move the right foot back to the right side of the knee. Straight the right leg. Even yourself out. Move the flesh of your seat once again. Tilt your pelvis forward to start. Draw the left leg in towards you. Hug that knee towards you. Pick it up, place it on the outside of the right knee or thigh, whatever works for you. Reorganize your sit bones. Your right hand will grasp around the left knee. Inhale, reach the crown of your head towards the sky, twist towards the left. Place your left fingertips behind you, tented. Stretch your spine long towards the sky. And exhale, bring it out. Inhale, reach tall. And exhale, twist and bring it out. Last one here. Exhale, let it go. Come back to center. A quick counter twist towards the right this time. Place your right fingers behind you. Come back to center. Pick up the left leg, stretch it out long in front. And swing your feet around you towards the right. Come into hands and knees. Tabletop position. Hands directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips, tops of your feet press into the earth. Engage your belly. Inhale, come into cow pose, stretching the spine, waking it up. Exhale, cat, round your spine, suck your navel way up towards the sky. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat, suck that navel way up, high, high, high. Inhale for cow, waking everything up in your core. Exhale for cow. Meet back in tabletop. Walk your hands forward, hand plant, curl your toes and shoot your hips up towards the sky. Come into downward dog. Widen your feet gently and walk the dog out. Stretch each leg, enjoy the stretch. Wake everything up. A nice easeful walk. Press equally into both hands, straighten your arms, engage your shoulders into the socket, reach your hips high, high, high towards the sky. Lift up onto your tiptoes, reach your heels as high as you can. Slowly lower them down towards the earth and notice all the sensations. Bend the left knee, press the right heel in towards the earth and enjoy it. Bend the right knee, press the left heel into the earth and enjoy it. Come back to center. Lift your heels high, high, high towards the sky once again. Slowly lower them towards the earth. Press into your hands, engage your arms, shoot your hips up and back once again. Lower your head slightly towards the earth. Downward dog, everything strong and engaged. Slowly walk your hands back towards your feet, about 2 feet. Pick up your left hand, grab your right ankle and look under your right armpit towards the right. Notice the stretch in the right outer leg and breathe into it and enjoy it. Exhale everything out under that armpit, let it go. Bring the left hand back to the mat. Right hand comes to left ankle. Look under the left armpit, breathe in and let everything go. Draw your attention to the tension in the outer left leg and the back of the left leg. Breathe into it. Let it go. Replace the right hand. Slowly walk both hands back towards your feet. Come into an easy forward fold. You may want to widen your stance even more this early in the morning, whatever works for you. Pick your hands up off the earth, grasp your elbows and allow your head and neck to release completely. Knees are bent, sit bones reach towards the sky. Notice all the sensations, even discomfort. Breathe into it and let it go. When you don't resist the discomfort, it feels more easeful. Lift up all 10 toes, ground your feet into the earth, lower them down. Shift your weight into your toes, into your heels, to the left and to the right. Find your center. Release your elbows, engage your belly and slowly rise up to stand. Inch by inch, vertebrae by vertebrae. Head will be the last to rise. Notice the shifts in blood flow. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Pinch them together draw them back and lower them towards the earth, palms open. Tadasana or mountain pose. Pause here a moment. Don't rush through, enjoy it. Notice all the shifts, the tingles. Lift up all 10 toes, lower them down with intention. Raise your kneecaps, engage your thighs, tuck your pelvis, grow your spine long and tall towards the sky. Crown of the head reaches up, drop your shoulders with intention. With the shoulder drop, release. Inhale once again. And exhale, release everything. Bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand atop. Take a moment here once again to check in with yourself. Exactly how you are in this moment. Can it be okay? Can you just accept whatever it is, allow it, not resist it, so it softens? And if it's great, can you enjoy it? Can you appreciate it? Take in a long, deep inhale through your nose with your hand to heart. And exhale, release. Lower your hands to your sides. Reach them out and up towards the sky. Slight arch back. Fold forward, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Spine straight. Sit bones reach towards the back of the mat. Exhale, forward fold once again. Walk your hands forward to downward dog. Adjust your feet. Take your time to adjust. Shift your weight forward to plank. Engage your belly, pause here. Drop your heels to the right, reach your right arm up, come into a side plank. Engage everything, strong, strong, strong. Notice any shaking or wobbling. See if you can enjoy your strength here. One more breath. Lower your right hand to the earth, come back to plank. And once again, pause in the adjustment. Give yourself time for everything to get organized, even out. Engage your belly, strong belly. Notice if things are shaking. Drop your heels towards the right. Reach your left hand skyward. Come into side plank on that side. 3 breaths here. Notice the shaking. Engage everything in the side body. One more breath. Lower your left hand towards the earth. Come back to plank. Press back to downward dog. Raise your right leg towards the sky. 3-legged dog. Hips are even, everything engaged. Pause here a moment. Equal pressure into both hands. Strong, equal arms. Both shoulders in the socket. Left leg strong and straight. Bend the right knee, stack your hips, open the right hip, roll the right ankle up towards the right and enjoy it. And towards the left. Send the breath into the front of the right hip, releasing. Square your hips once again. Gently bring the right foot between your hands. Come into Anjaneyasana or low lunge. Wiggle those right toes in front of you. Back knee is on the earth. Untuck the back toes. When you're ready, engage your belly. Rise up to Anjaneyasana or low lunge. You'll notice a big stretch in the front of the left hip. Inhale, reach your fingertips long. Exhale, sink into it. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, sink into it. One more inhale, stretch long and tall towards the sky. Enjoy it. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Tip the left fingers towards the right. Notice a little bit more of a stretch. Breathe into it and let it go. Reach your right hand towards the sky. Bring your hands to heart center, palms together. Hinge at the waist, fold forward halfway, hook the left hip, left elbow over the right knee. Come into a low lunge twist. Notice all the sensations. Keep your belly engaged. Come back to center. Lower your hands towards the earth. Curl the back toes under. Come to a high lunge. Place your left hand on the earth. Twist towards the right. Come into a twist here. Look upwards towards your right hand. Breathe into the twist, into the outer right hip. One more breath. Lower your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Wiggle the right foot towards the outer edge of the mat. Roll onto the outer edge of your foot and come into a high lizard. You'll just roll open. You'll notice a big opening in the pelvis here. Breathe into it and enjoy it. You're up on both hands. You can move on to both fists if that works for you. 2 more breaths here. A big release and opening. If it's uncomfortable, you can soften it slightly and just allow it. Let go of the resistance. See what you can let go when you just let it be. Come back to a flat right foot. Palms ground into the earth. Right foot comes back around, come back into downward dog. Walk the dog out, even yourself out here. Sway your hips side to side. Lift up onto your tiptoes and allow your heels to fall towards the right. Bend the right knee and you'll have a nice big stretch in the left rib cage, outer left leg. Enjoy it. One more breath here. Straight that right leg, lift back up onto your tiptoes. Come back to center. Once again, ground into both hands, arms strong and engaged in the sockets. Drop your heels towards the left, bend the left knee. Press your right heel into the earth. Whole right side body stretches. Breathe into it. And exhale, let it go. A nice stretch in the right rib cage. Come back to center. Reorganize. Take a moment to adjust. Let your body adjust, eyes adjust, hips adjust. Ground into your hands. Raise your left leg towards the sky. Even square hips. Right leg is straight, arms equal in strength and engagement. Bend the left knee, stack the left hips, open the left hip, roll out your ankle. Breathe into the front of the hip. Enjoy all the sensations here. Go slowly and notice. Notice which parts of the front of the hip are stretching. How does it feel? Come back to center. Gently bring the left knee in front. Come into Anjaneyasana on this side. Move slowly. There's no rush in the movements. Wiggle the left toes forward. Back knee is on the earth. Untuck the back foot. Engage your belly. Slowly rise up into Anjaneyasana or low lunge. Inhale, reach towards the sky. Exhale, sink into the hips. Notice it. Enjoy it. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, sink. Inhale once again. Exhale, sink a little bit lower into it. Left hand comes to the left hip. Reach your right hand towards the left. Notice the change in the front of the stretch in the right hip and breathe into it. Exhale, let it go. Notice what's there. Just accept it. Let it be. Breathe into it. Exhale, let it go. Bring your hands to heart center, palms to face one another. Hinge at the waist, fold forward halfway. Right elbow hooks on the left knee. Come into a low lunge twist. You'll notice a different stretch in the front of the right hip and just enjoy it. 3 breaths here. It may feel awkward. Just allow its awkwardness. Allow that deep tension to come to the forefront in the right hip. Just notice it, allow it, accept it. It's there whether you notice it or not. When you draw attention to it and allow it, it softens. One more breath. Come back to center. Lower down, hands on the inside of the left foot. Wiggle the left foot towards the outer edge of the mat. Roll open onto the outer edge of the left foot. Come into a lizard pose here. You'll notice the release in the thighs. If you want, you can curl the back toes and lift up, which is what I did on the other side. Whichever one feels better to you. Actually, one side may feel more open than the other. So just play with whether the back knee up or down feels right to you. One more breath here. Noticing all the feels, all the tension in whatever position you're in. Take your left hand, bring it to the outside of the left foot, roll the foot flat, wiggle it back to center, curl your toe under, come into a high lunge on this side. Right palm grounds into the earth, twist towards the left, left fingertips reach towards the sky, come into a high lunge here and enjoy it. Lower your left hand, bring it to the inside of the left foot, step back to downward dog once again, and pedal your feet out. Move your hips side to side, notice the tension, the release. You may feel a little less stable right here, right now. Ground into your hands, lift up onto your tiptoes, reach your hips towards the sky, towards the apex. And then slowly walk your feet towards your hands, come to the front of the mat for a forward fold. Release your hands, reclasp them at your sacrum, shoot your fists towards the back wall, elbows straight. Allow your fists to fall over your head and neck towards the front of the mat. Complete release in the front of the shoulders. Enjoy it. Notice if it feels twangy or tight, or there's discomfort here. Bend your left knee, straight your right, twist towards the right. Breathe into all the pockets of discomfort. Bend the right knee, straight the left, twist towards the left. Notice all the sensations there. Come back to center, allow the hands to fall. Another inch or two towards the front of the mat, have the neck release, knees are bent. Bring your hands back towards your sacrum. Slowly release them, let them run down the backs of the thighs. Engage your belly and slowly roll up to stand, inch by inch, vertebrae by vertebrae. Head will be the last to rise. Allow the blood flow to adjust here. Notice how you feel. Deep inhale and exhale. Notice everything shift for just a moment. All the tingles, what feels good. Roll your shoulders back 3 times. Just enjoy it. Let it nourish you. Roll them forward 3 times. And enjoy it. From here, step your right foot back. Come directly into Trikonasana or triangle pose. So heels are heel to heel alignment. Left toe reaches directly, jet lunge towards the front of the mat. Back toe is pigeon toed towards the front. Tip your hips back. Your hands can be at your hips as far back as possible. Extend your arms in either direction and hold shoulder height. Tip forward, left fingertips reach as far forward as possible while you're still upright. Drop your left hand to your left ankle, left shin, not over the knee. You can do the left thigh if you wish. Reach your right arm towards the sky. Come into Trikonasana or triangle pose. Here, roll your heart open. Look upward towards your right hand if it works. If you have blocks and it's more comfortable for you to use a block, place a block on the inside of the left foot. Roll the right shoulder back. Take a moment and notice your feet. Are both feet grounded into the earth? Ground the outer edge of the right foot into the earth. Draw your attention up the whole right leg to the right hip, to the right side body. Right hand reaches towards the sky. Exhale your right arm over the right ear. Reach towards the front. Notice how that feels. Reach the right arm back up towards the sky. Rise back up. Bend the left knee, come into warrior two, strong warrior. You may want to wiggle your toes, your stance a little bit longer here. Long, wide warrior two stance. Bend the front knee, sink into the hips. Hands reach in opposite direction, strong, strong, strong. Gaze is over the left middle finger. Breathe into it. Lengthen your torso towards the sky. Exhale, sink into the hips and enjoy it. Another deep inhale here. And exhale, let it go. Bend your left elbow, reach your right arm over the right ear. Come into an easy side angle pose. Stretch the whole right side body. Send the breath into the area, just into the right hip. Breathe into it. And exhale, reach even longer. Cartwheel your arms back up to warrior two. Pause here. Inhale, reach your torso long, crown of the head reaches towards the sky. Exhale, sink into it. Inhale, reach towards the sky. Exhale, drop your right hand down the right thigh. Come into peaceful warrior, humble warrior. Breathe into the front of the left chest. Open it up. Send the breath and nourishment there and let it go. Another deep breath. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Straight the left knee. Turn your toes towards the side of the mat, coming into wide angle pose. Arms are still extended towards the sides. Bring your hands towards your hips, elbows towards the back wall. Hinge at your hips. Fold forward with a flat back. Lower your hands towards the earth, towards a block if you wish. You'll notice a stretch in the inner thighs. Back is straight, flat back, hinge forward at the waist. If you wish, you can take a block and place your forehead on it. Come into more of an inversion. If you don't have a block, stay upright here. Just 3 breaths. Breathe into the chest space. Heart is open, hanging with gravity. Back is straight. Noticing the release in the legs. Breathe in. And a huge exhale. Last breath here. If your head is on the block, come back to a flat back. Bring your hands to your waist. Elbows point behind you, chest is puffed forward. Engage your belly. Rise back upright. Crown of the head reaches towards the sky. Chest puffed forward. Once again, elbows pinched towards the back. Turn your right toes towards the right edge of the mat. Hips shift towards the back. Readjust the back foot so it's at a slight angle. Extend your arms in opposite directions. Tip forward like a teapot. Right fingertips reach as far along forward as you can. Lower the right hand to the block or right shin, coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Pay attention to your feet here. Make sure they are ground into the earth, outer edge of the back foot, pressing downward. Legs strong and engaged. Draw your attention up the left leg, to the left hip, to the left waist, through the left arm towards the sky. Gaze can be up towards your fingers if that works, or towards the floor if that's better for your neck. Notice what works for you. Notice what's coming up here. Gently rise back up. Bend your right knee, come into warrior two on this side. Sink your hips down low, arms reach in either direction. Drishti or gaze is over the right middle finger. Sink into your hips. Inhale, reach your torso, crown of the head towards the sky. Exhale, sink downward. Inhale, breathe into it. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. One more breath here. Bend your right elbow, reach your left arm over the left ear, come into side angle pose, stretch the whole left side body. Breathe into the top of the left waist in particular. Draw your attention there, send the breath there. Exhale, let it go. Last breath here. Exhale, rise back up to warrior two. Gazes over the right middle finger, sink into the hips slightly once again. Inhale. Exhale, drop your left hand down, the left thigh. Reach your right hand towards the crack between the back wall and the ceiling. Humble warrior, peaceful warrior. Breathe into it. Exhale, let it go. One more breath. Cartwheel your arms back to warrior two. One more breath here in this strong pose. Straight the right leg, hands to hips, elbows behind you. Turn your toes towards the side. Once again, wide angle. Draw your heels inward, come into a second position. Sink your hips down and low, come into goddess pose. Knees are bent, they're directly over your toes. Sink your hips down and low. Torso is straight, upright, hands at the hips, elbows behind. Inhale and exhale, sink into your hips. You'll notice your legs shake a little bit. If you wish, release your hands into an easy cactus shape, goddess pose. Breathe into the hips, into the legs. Exhale, sink a little lower. Right heel raises if you wish. Lower it down. Raise the left heel if you wish. Lower it down. Raise both heels if you wish and lower down. Straighten your knees, straighten your arms, come into star pose. Allow your arms to come open and out towards your hips and heel toe your feet back to center. Shake everything out. Roll it out. And we will transition slowly to a seat. Legs long in front of you. Extended, move the flesh of your seat out of the way. Flex your toes towards your nose, ankles flex, knees can be bent gently. Raise your arms to be parallel to your legs, engage your belly, and slowly roll down inch by inch towards the earth, using your core and your strength. Notice how it feels. Lower down to the earth and allow yourself to land here for a moment. Once again, just noticing everything. Breathe into the chest and let it go. Bend your knees, walk your feet and heels towards your buttock. Flip your palms over. Inhale, lift your hips towards the sky. Come into an easy bridge. Shimmy your shoulders underneath you if that works for you. Grab the outer edge of your mat, tug your mat towards your heels. Reach your hips towards the sky. Knees energetically connect. Engage every muscle in the buttocks. Reach the hips high, 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 as high as you can. Stretch high. Breathe into that pocket behind the heart that's open here. Fill it with good intentions, kindness, compassion, acceptance. Reach the hips high, high, high. Everything may be shaking, you just notice. Slowly untuck your shoulders, release the edges of the mat, and lower your hips towards the earth. Inch by inch by inch, move slowly. Untuck your shoulders once again when you arrive. Draw your knees into your chest. Rock side to side on your sacrum. Massage it. Release your hands, lower your feet towards the floor. Knees together, toes apart. Feet will be on the outer edge of the mat. Raise your arms above you in an easy cactus shape. Allow your knees to fall towards the right. A long lengthening stretch through the left hip, front of the left hip, left waist, left side body. Inhale. Exhale, turn your gaze towards the left. Breathe in. Then exhale, let it go. Bring your gaze back to center. Bring your knees back to center. Knees together, feet apart. Readjust your hips if needed. Allow your knees to fall towards the left. Right knee reaches energetically towards the left front corner of the mat. A long stretch in the right waist, right side body. Inhale. If you wish, turn your gaze to the right to intensify the stretch. Sending compassion to all the nooks and crannies, waking everything up. Bring your gaze back to center. Knees back to center. Walk your feet together, knees together. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees apart. Come into reclining butterfly or Supta Baddha Konasana. Left hand to heart, right hand to belly, and pause for a moment here. A moment of kindness and compassion as you greet the day. Of acceptance of however the weekend went, however today goes or is going. Even if it's not what you expect or not what you want, can it just be? Can you let it be rather than resist? Take a long, deep inhale through your nose and an exhale through your mouth. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your thighs. Gently help your knees come back to center. Stretch your legs long in front of you. Allow your toes to fall out towards the sides. Palms open at your sides about 6 inches towards the sky. Allow yourself to relax here into Shavasana or final resting pose. Sometimes a pose that seems easy, but surrendering can be not as easy as it sounds. So allow it. Allow yourself a few moments to just rest and restore. Nothing to do, nothing to fix, just a chance to be for a few moments here at the beginning of the day and the beginning of your week. Gently begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Deepen your inhale And lengthen your exhale. Take a moment to notice how you feel here. Stretch long in whatever way feels good to you. Perhaps arms long above, toes long in front. Deep inhale and an exhale. Roll over to one side and pause for a moment. Notice once again how you feel. Thank yourself for taking the time to start your day in a way that nourishes you. And ask how you can continue to nourish yourself today with whatever is in your life in this moment. Can you take good care? Show yourself kindness, compassion throughout the rest of the day and the rest of the week. Press into your hands and slowly come back to a comfortable seat where we began. Ground your sit bones into the earth. Tilt your pelvis forward. Grow your spine long and tall towards the sky and drop your shoulders. Deep inhale into your chest. And an exhale. Bring your hands to heart center, palms together. Thank you all so much for joining me for morning practice this foggy, wet Monday morning. May you all be well. May you all be safe. May you all be loved. And may you find and discover lots of nourishment, kindness, and compassion in the week ahead with whatever may be and whatever is in this moment. Namaste.